is.
Did you realize that people keep deep, dark secrets when it comes to whiskey and movies?
Yeah, like somebody who continually is stealing all the rum.
The rum!
Yes, the rum is gone.
Why is the rum gone?
So today I thought we would talk about movies and whiskey people secretly love.
That sounds good.
It's kind of like when people say that they don't like Mellow Corn, but they secretly love it, you know, like this.
I don't know who that fat bastard is.
So, whiskey and movies people secretly love?
Sounds great. Right after this. Welcome to Whiskey Pop. I'm Zane.
And I'm Jeff.
And don't forget, we're experts.
We're not experts.
So today, we're talking about shit that people secretly love.
Movies people secretly love.
I prefaced it. It's the all-encompassing shit.
Now, we do understand that this is somewhat subjective.
Oh, of course it is.
And at some point, we are going to subject our unfortunate love of certain things that people may not be aware of.
I don't know where you're going with that. We're going to stick it to we're going to stick with movies.
And whiskey.
And whiskey. And we also want everyone to know that we have selected our winners for our t-shirt competition.
That's right. So our t-shirts are now in printing right now, and we should be able to start sending out those who won their shirts. We'll be contacting you in the next few weeks. If you wait to the end of this video, we will put the list out of those who won a shirt. So let's start with whiskey first by opening up some whiskey.
Yeah, we're having something different today.
What are we having?
This is Redemption.
Oh, Redemption Rye.
And it is actually one of those that's in something that makes it taste different than other somethings.
Rum Cask finish.
Why is the rum gone?
Why is the rum gone?
No, actually, we got this a while back.
We've had it for a long while.
And we've been waiting to actually open it up.
It's summer, so it fits, right?
It fits. And I've got a bag of sand. And it fits. I've got a plethora of sand.
You got to try it again? I got a plethora of sand.
And it fits. Because
that's the third time trying this line.
I got some sand.
Let's crack this open. Ready to go for this?
Well, I want to smell it first.
Let's smell it, okay. I smell rum.
I do too.
It's like a hint of bicycle tire.
Well, I wouldn't go that way, but yeah.
All right, let's go in. If you want to know more about how we think about this Redemption Rye rum cask finish,
yeah, we'll tell you on second pour on Friday.
On Friday. In the meantime, movies and whiskey we secretly love.
Yeah.
Okay, so when we started talking about this subject, we were like, oh, let's think about things that people secretly like.
Right.
It's funny, it seems that people will say, I don't like that kind of whiskey, and the next thing you go over their house,
and that's what they have.
They have it. And so it's like, what, you just happen to go buy it? And it's always the thing of, oh, somebody gifted that to me.
Yeah.
Why is it half empty?
Well, it was all I had.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So some of this is based on experience over the time that we've seen. And so our first one, number 5, would be...
No, that's nasty.
Mellow Corn would be Mellow Corn.
Now, to be fair, I really don't like Mellow Corn.
However, did you guys see that video here a while back?
Look, it's not good. The way that it is good is when you drink a lot of Ardbegs before you have Mellow Corn. And then Ardbegs makes everything wonderful.
But here's the funny thing. Mellow Corn has a huge following.
It does. I think it's like that deal where if you just don't know any better.
Did you just insult half the people who might watch this show?
Yeah, no. It's such a... I'm just being serious. I can't even walk that one back.
Okay, so Mellow Corn for some is extremely nasty.
Yeah.
For some others, it's great. But
Right.
since there's such a weird split division, it's like nobody wants to admit they drink Mellow Corn.
Yeah, and it's very odd, but the Mellow Corn camp is strong.
It's pretty strong.
I mean, they're like Mellow Corn or nothing, buddy.
Okay, so this next one is kind of surprising. It's not. I think when it first came out, everybody and their grandma loved this whiskey.
Yeah.
And now it's turning into the whiskey everybody kind of, well, it's all right. It's just this. And, you know, so now it's like, but you used to drink this all the time.
No, it's when you go to the bar that doesn't have enough bougie drinks, they might have this one on reg along with their
Jack
Jack
Daniels and stuff.
Yeah.
And that would be Bullet.
Yeah. Look, Bullet is good. Enough.
It's a good whiskey.
But what it is they made a good product and they did good at selling it and marketing it.
To the point where people are like,
And it was everywhere.
Yeah.
And so it's like Bullet, Maker's Mark, and Jack. I mean, you kind of see those all together.
And Crown. You know, pine salt.
Oh, Canada.
The funny thing about Bullet is it's one of the top 10 highest grossing whiskeys in the United States.
I believe it because, like I said, it's available everywhere.
And it's not been around as long as like Jack Daniels or Jim Beam, but yet it's already hit the marketplace as just as big.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Bullet tends to get people who say, I don't drink Bullet, and then you go to their house
And I got Bullet.
and they have Bullet.
Yeah, Jeffrey's got like 7 bottles of Bullet, all about drank down to here.
So this next one, not as shocking either, but since this type of whiskey has entered the marketplace, it seems to has taken over the marketplace.
Well, it's the trendy something to do, so to speak.
And
You gotta try it.
that's peanut butter whiskey.
Yeah. Now, we reviewed it.
And it's still the same amount that was in there when we reviewed it.
The thing is we're drinking whiskeys. That's what we like to do. This
That's
is
true.
Just almost too sweet.
That's the thing about peanut butter whiskey. Peanut butter whiskey is just super sweet.
Yeah, it's a dessert almost kind of a thing.
And there's tons of this on the market. And it's starting to inspire other, like chocolate flavored whiskey, banana flavored whiskey.
I understand why people like it who aren't necessarily strong whiskey drinkers. Yeah, it's easier to palate. It's like oil fire. We've talked about that before.
But then you find people who say, I don't like this type of whiskey. And guess what?
Well, there they go.
They have it sitting in their cabinet. They either have Screwball or they have another version of that, you know, what Bird Dog, and there's something, Revel. Somebody's got it. Everybody that's
What's in my cabinet?
Not this.
Not any of it.
Because you left it over here.
It's not that this is bad though. It's
not bad.
It's just too sweet.
It's just that nobody wants to admit that they have it.
Yeah,
It's like secretly they like it, but they don't want anybody to know they like it.
Squirrel,
exactly. Okay, so these next two, this is pretty obvious. These are going to be on the list. I mean,
oh yeah. Now they are whiskey.
And people tend to have these in their cabinet. Oh, well, one of them still maybe.
It's a cordial. But that's later.
Here's the deal. We don't actually have either one of these whiskeys in Whiskey Pop's studio.
No, we didn't. We had to go
out and buy some. And I'm like, I'm not paying for a full bottle. And so the first one would be
Crown
Junior.
Yeah, no, and you know the thing is the craziness is that Crown, they're like the flavor kings. How many different flavors are they producing?
At least 10 or 12.
I mean, they got pear, and
apple,
peach,
maple, caramel.
Your grandma's biscuits. I mean, you name it, they've got them.
Grandma. But there's a love-hate relationship with Crown.
Yeah, for sure.
Because here's what I'll hear. I hear people say, I don't like Crown. And you go to their house and they have a big bottle of Crown. Or they love Crown. And they have a big bottle of Crown.
Yeah, big bottle of Crown.
Crown is clearly the one that people love to say they don't have, they don't like, but yet they still have it. They still mix it with Coke. They still drinking it at the house. It's just secretly they're not going to tell anybody, especially if you're in whiskey circles. They're like, oh, you drink Crown?
Yeah, for sure. Because of the bouginess of it.
It's so bougie. Being a whiskey nerd is so bougie.
Yeah. And Crown is actually the opposite of being bougie.
Now, this next one, we have picked on so many people with this whiskey.
There's no doubt this has its place in the world of liqueurs.
Not in whiskey, though.
It's a cordial.
If you walk into a store, this is where in the aisle?
Well, besides the bottom shelf or behind the cabinet?
It's in the cordial aisle.
It's in the cordial aisle.
And we're talking about Fireball.
Now, I'm not going to shit on people that enjoy Fireball. It's just,
We're not saying you can't enjoy it. We're just saying people secretly love it.
Yeah, they secretly love this, and then they don't want, because they're going to be in the bougie circle.
That's right.
They're like, oh, let's have some, Bliffkoff 1742, and and you're like, I just want some Fireball.
You know the guy that likes Fireball is never going to go to a whiskey group drinking whiskey and say, you guys drink Fireball? They're not going to have the conversation.
Well,
but half those guys have a bottle of this at their house.
That's right. That's right.
Here's the funny thing. Fireball is one of the top 10 highest grossing whiskeys in the marketplace.
Well, and they've got to be doing something right.
Yeah, everybody secretly loves it, but they're not telling anybody. That's why it's number one.
So we get all these whiskeys, but, what about the idea that, we've got some movies that we know that we secretly love that we just kind of don't want to tell anybody.
And here's the deal. It's like everybody's secret movies that they love they don't want to tell anybody with is mainly very subjective. It's based on what your personal preferences are. So, like, we can't sit there and make a list of movies that you guys have secretly loved that nobody knows about. So we're going to have to share some of ours.
So the first on our list.
Hang on. Before you get on that first one, I want to make sure fair is fair. We want you guys to comment down below what your secret love affair is of a movie that
you just kind of don't want anybody to know.
You don't want anybody to know. Number 10 on our list.
Yeah, it's Popeye.
With Rob Williams.
I am what I am! Popeye, the sailor. Popeye, the sailor. I am what I am, and that's all that I am. I am what I am, what I am, what I am. I'm Popeye, the sailor.
And Shelley Duvall?
Shelley Duvall.
Yeah, Shelley Duvall.
I'm going to have to be completely full frontal on this one. I know every song in this movie.
Notice what he said there. Song.
Yeah, it's a musical.
I can't. I don't even know what to say.
I am what I am.
I am what I am. Popeye the Sailor.
I love this movie since it first came out. The idea of Rob Williams playing Popeye.
It is kind of ridiculous.
It's kind of a cool thing, right?
Yes.
You think it would be perfect?
It wasn't perfect.
It's not perfect. If you don't believe me, go watch it sometime and you tell me what you think. So number 9.
Number 9.
So this movie is a movie you hadn't actually seen before.
Right.
But then after I kind of showed you some clips, you're like,
I gotta see that movie.
We're talking about Mystery Men.
They've been waiting for this moment.
The city's in peril, Lucille.
All of their lives.
Butch needs his vest back.
Well, it's my vest, too. I bought it for him.
But now that their time has come.
I'm a superhero, too.
What's his power?
Excuse me. That movie looks amazing. I can't really speak to it, but I can see why it's a secret.
It's a really bad movie.
Yeah.
But it's got Paul Rubens in it playing the spleen, basically a guy who has fart powers.
Which was incredible, I have to say.
And Ben Stiller
right
is in it. Then Jeffrey Rush is in it as a villain. Come on, I love that movie. All right, number 8.
Number 8. Oh, I like this movie.
The comic books are good. This movie, on the other hand,
it's good.
It's so bad.
This movie's great. It's League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I have to say, this is a good movie.
Newest generation of the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Alan Quatermain, Captain Nemo.
Rodney Skinner. Gentleman Thief.
Mrs. Wilhelmina Hawk.
Dr. Jekyll. At your service. Mr. Dorian Gray.
Special Agent Sawyer of the American Secret Service.
We have trouble.
Trouble? I call it sport.
Sean Connery's in it. I mean, he's a superhero all on his own. The Invisible Man, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, Dorian Gray. That's all there. This movie's great. Watch it. It's got steampunky stuff. It's
a bad movie, but you know what? There are people who love it.
There are people who love this movie.
Even in this place.
Sweating is what we do.
Number 7. Now, I had to be honest, I might be the only person in the room that actually knows what this movie is.
I have not seen this movie. And number 7 is called Ass.
It's called Rhinestone with Dolly Parton and Sylvester Stallone.
Like a rhinestone cowboy.
Oh!
What are you, Jane Wayne?
You gotta admit you're a strange-looking hero. Look at the way you're dressed. You look like a moving violation.
Hey, y'all. This man's from New York.
I was not expecting what I saw with this.
You know, in the 80s, would you ever thought that you could put Rambo and the lady from Best Little Whorehouse in Texas together? Oh, okay, 9 to 5. And
Yeah, 9 to 5.
And they could make a movie together and it would make sense?
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah, it still doesn't make any sense.
I love this movie, man.
I don't
It's
know
like,
why you love it. This looks like
it's
ass.
80s at its best. Sylvester Stallone singing music.
Oh, God. It was so bad, what clips you were showing me. It needed to be on this list.
Yeah, and I do secretly love this movie.
Now, this next one, on the other hand,
This one is a bad movie, but it's also a classic in as far as animation goes.
yeah, and I like it a lot. It's
And that's-
Fire and Ice.
Against him stand Tigra, Princess of Firekeep, and captive of the ice demons, Larn. Last of a mighty warrior tribe. And her only hope of escape. And Dark Wolf, mysterious avenger, and sworn enemy of the Ice Tyrant.
Fire and Ice, that's Ralph Bakshi, who also did the Lord of the Rings stuff,
Yes.
animation, and then later he did like Mighty Mouse, the redo of Mighty Mouse which was taken off TV because it was too adultish at the time.
Yeah, I actually saw my mouse snort a line of cocaine. Hey!
On that series.
On that series, it was. Yeah.
So now Fire and Ice, that's where they kind of rotoscope. We say
It's kind of rotoscoping. It's from.
So they shot live action and they drew over the top.
Drew
of
over
it.
the top of it. Yeah.
But it's in what's his name style.
Yeah, Frank Frazetta's style. It's.
Yeah.
I mean, they are really mimicking it on purpose.
Now, as far as storyline and movie goes,
it's awesome.
It is bad. And
it's incredible.
Nobody really likes it. It's free to watch on YouTube.
It's so cool. I have a collector's edition on DVD. Remember when we had DVDs?
Hey, your geek is showing.
It falls out sometimes.
Moving on. So
you need to watch Fire and Ice. That's all I'm saying.
This next one's way more embarrassing than Fire and Ice.
What do you have on the list?
Our number 5
Oh, God.
is another Sylvester Stallone
Now, this
movie.
is a good movie. To be fair.
This is over the top.
You ain't got a prayer in Vegas.
You never had anything, so you have nothing to lose.
All I want to do is hurt him, cripple him, get him off the table.
All I care about is you. You're my boy, you understand?
There will be nobody halfway. Now is the time to do for yourself.
I own you.
Over the top, Dad! Over the top!
Yeah, and then I go. I think we already.
We've done that. One of our first episodes we ever did with the wrestling.
He's gonna link to
They
it.
do it.
Yeah, we're gonna link to it.
The only thing about Over the Top that was good was the song by.
I don't even remember the song.
Oh, you would know it. I'd put it on here, but YouTube would just give us copyright notice, and then we'd be in trouble. It's a bad movie. Arm wrestling and trucking. This is what this movie is about.
It is.
Truck driving and arm wrestling.
And dysfunctional families. Okay.
Now this next movie, I do like this movie, but I think Zane remembers it more than I do. But it's just a good novel, written by the same guy who did a lot of other great movies.
Michael Crichton.
Michael Crichton. So this case, though, this was not the Michael Crichton best film.
He's talking about Congo.
Congo.
What do they say? We are watching you.
Help me! Help me!
I never saw an animal move like that.
Shoot it! Shoot it!
How intelligent are they?
See, they're smart. They're too damn smart.
Watch out! Go! We're getting out of here.
What about them?
Put them on the endangered species list.
Amy, what? Green drop, drink. Bad gorilla. Amy, what? Green drop, drink. Now, for all of you who play pinball, it is considered one of the better tournament valued games. A lot of high class players really like the pinball machine Congo.
According to movies, it's one of the worst movies ever made.
It's great.
It's like they got a talking ape hooked up to a machine. And
Yeah,
then,
so the sign language, because you couldn't tell what this all was. That wouldn't have been
it's just Zane learning his
unsensitive or
language.
something.
Hey, Amy, can you announce the number 4?
Amy, want green drop, drink.
That's all Amy can say.
Amy, want green drop, drink.
Our next movie is worse than Congo.
Now, again, there's secret loves here, so.
This is Secret Love. You do not want to tell people you like this movie.
Look, this movie's great.
This movie's not great. This movie is Street Fighter. You can't like this movie. This movie is so bad on so many levels.
Exactly.
It killed Raul Julia because it was so bad.
Oh, stop it! It actually kind of did. I mean, this was it, wasn't it? This was his
he's
last
dying
movie.
in that film. You could actually see how bad a shape he's
That
in.
sucks because I really liked him as an actor. Obviously from Addams Family.
Especially Addams Family and stuff. But yeah, but this was like, I hate to go out with that movie.
But this is just one of those things. It's got a cult following. It didn't follow Street Fighter worth the crap.
Oh, it kind of did. That's the
It's got
problem with it.
It's got Mogwai or whatever his name is.
Blanca.
Acting as Blanca or no, not Zangief. Come on, help me out. Sagat.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Look, I'm even wearing my Evo Moment shirt, and I can't even get the names right for Street Fighter.
Yeah, you're wearing a Street Fighter shirt, man. You got Chun-Li and Ken on your shirt.
He just said Ken. We can kill him now. It's Ryu.
It's not from Barbie.
It is Ken, actually.
That's right.
He's just wearing the white gi. Some people will know why this is awesome. Anyway, the movie's great. Secret Love. Next.
Number 2. Unfortunately, all of us in this room love this movie. Secretly, we should not love this movie, but we do. And it does have one of the best soundtracks.
Yeah, I was gonna say the soundtrack sells this. It also is another game made it into Pinball World anyway.
And we're talking about Flash
Gordon.
Anything can you offer me today?
The planet Earth.
What's happening?
It's an attack.
Pathetic Earthlings. Who can save you now?
Flash Gordon is a ridiculously horrible movie.
I hate that. I love this movie.
It is so campy, and I love the shit out of it. In fact, we got really pissed when we
because
found out
of new 4K editions being released only for the UK. We're like, what the?
Yeah.
It's like
PAL region.
Big collector's edition. And we're like,
what a piece of shit.
That needs to be here. That's an American movie.
This here where we watch bad movies, by God.
I mean, you got Hawkman, who's played by the guy who was actually, was he Gimli?
No, that's not John.
No, that's not. That's the other one. All bearded men look the same.
Yeah, well, we can go on now.
That was Brian Blessed.
Yeah, Brian Blessed.
We knew that. We had to look that up on Google.
Okay, and so there it is. But this movie, I mean, I'll just say, go Flash, go.
I want him.
Number 1. This is a guilty pleasure of mine. This is in my top 10 list. It's a horrible movie.
It's a campy as shit movie.
It's a bad movie, but I don't secretly love it. I'm pretty open about it.
Hell to the King, baby.
Hell to the King, baby. And we're talking about
Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness.
Groovy.
You know your shoelace is untied.
He's a 20th century guy.
For that arrogance, I shall see you dead.
Trapped in the Middle Ages.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up. This is my boomstick.
This movie didn't know if it was wanting to be a Muppet movie or a zombie movie,
a horror movie, an adventure movie,
or
a
if it's just
period
a
piece.
slapstick comedy. I mean, nobody knew what this was going to be.
I mean, they got skeletons on sticks as they're walking them down.
Which is great. Give me some sugar, baby, is all I got to say.
There are more one-lines in this movie, I dare say, than any movie ever made. Good, bad, I'm the one with the gun.
Shop smart. Shop smart.
Army of Darkness, man, is the ultimate bad movie, but secretly love it.
Yeah.
People get tattoos and people go, what the hell's that to? And you're like, it's Army of Darkness. And they're like, what's that? And like,
yeah, well, let's open that can of worms.
Now, thanks to Starz doing their series where they extended the Army of Darkness, well, Evil Dead series.
It's the
Ash versus Evil Dead. They've actually kind of made that open to new people. So what about you? You need to list down below in the comments your secret love affair of a movie you don't want anybody to know about. So don't forget later this week to check us out for Second Pour as we continue to review Redemption Rye Rum Cast Finish.
Yeah, we're going to tell you all about that.
And in the meantime, you guys continue to be geeky this week, and we'll see you Friday for Second Pour.
Until then, cheers.
Cheers.